Did you know that your family didn't just raise you? They also assigned you a role, often without anyone even realizing it. These childhood roles quietly follow us into adulthood, shaping our confidence, our relationships, and even our identity. In many families, there's a responsible one, a troublemaker, a quiet one, or a peacemaker. Over time, these labels become expectations, and those expectations harden into personality patterns. Let's look at some common roles. First, the family hero. This is the child who achieves making the family look good. As adults, they're often successful and driven, but they live with a constant crushing pressure to never fail. They learned early that love and approval were tied to their accomplishments. Then there's the scapegoat. This is the child who gets blamed whenever things go wrong. As adults, scapegoats often carry deep feelings of rejection and can struggle with authority. But on the flip side, this experience can forge incredible independence and resilience. What about the lost child? This child stays quiet, avoids conflict, and tries to be invisible. It felt safer that way. As adults, they often struggle to express their own needs and may have a hard time with emotional intimacy because vulnerability never felt safe. And let's not forget the mascot or clown. This child uses humor to diffuse tension and lighten heavy moments. As adults, they're often charismatic and fun to be around, but they might hide their true, deeper emotions behind a wall of jokes. Finally, there's the caretaker, or the little family therapist. They listen to everyone's problems and try to keep the peace. As adults, they are naturally compassionate and supportive, but they often pour so much energy into others that they forget to take care of themselves. What's fascinating is how these roles leak into every corner of our adult lives. The responsible child becomes the friend who plans everything and solves everyone's problems, but secretly feels completely overwhelmed. The lost child might avoid confrontation at work because silence was their childhood survival strategy. These roles even show up in our romantic relationships. We often unconsciously recreate familiar emotional dynamics. A caretaker might repeatedly find partners who need constant support because it feels normal even when it's draining. A scapegoat might expect criticism and become defensive, even when there's no real conflict. So why does this matter? Because recognizing your childhood role can be incredibly empowering. It explains patterns that once felt confusing, why you overwork, why you hate conflict, why you feel like you have to fix everyone, or why you feel invisible in a group. These roles were never your true identity. They were coping mechanisms that helped you navigate your family environment. They helped you survive, but they were never meant to be a life sentence. Awareness is the first step to change. The responsible one can learn that rest isn't a failure. The scapegoat can reclaim their voice and turn their independence into a powerful strength. The lost child can practice expressing their needs, transforming their quiet nature into calm confidence. The hero can learn that their worth isn't tied to their achievements, and that making mistakes doesn't mean they'll lose love. And the caretaker can finally learn to set boundaries, understanding that helping others should never mean losing yourself. Your family role shaped the beginning of your story, but it doesn't have to define the ending. You have the power to step outside the role you were given and discover who you are without it, because you were never just the hero, the scapegoat, or the quiet one. You were a child adapting. And understanding that truth gives you the freedom to write a brand new chapter for yourself. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content on understanding yourself better.